Hey guys, it's time for another Friday 5 at 5. Let's get right into this one because there's a lot to cover. So last week, Netflix dropped their trailer for The Atom Project, a time travel movie starring Ryan Reynolds, in which he gets to call Mark Ruffalo dad. There's just something trippy about Hulk being Deadpool's father. But anyway, I wanted to take a few minutes this week to talk about why I think Ryan Reynolds is America's favorite Canadian. Well, everyone's favorite Canadian. But I'm in the United States, so that's where my perspective comes from. So let's go. Number 5, he's hilarious. I'm going to get into some more of the specifics later, but Ryan Reynolds is one of the funniest men in the public eye. As one example, we have a tweet from September of 2015. I'd walk through fire for my daughter. Well, not fire, because it's dangerous, but a super humid room, but not too humid because of my hair. And I understand that feeling. I really, really do. Also, at the height of the Grace Kelly trend on TikTok, Ryan released his own take on the video, but teamed up with Will Ferrell to pull it off. If you haven't seen the video, finish this video first, and then go watch that one. I promise, you will not be disappointed. Number 4, Mint Mobile. In full disclosure, this is not a sponsored video. I wish that it was, and Ryan Reynolds, if you're listening, we would totally accept that. Just putting that out there. But we haven't hit that level yet. Maybe someday. However, a service like Mint is a great thing for people on a budget. The basic plan is just $15 a month, way cheaper than most other services. And in November 2019, Ryan became more than just a customer of the service, but one of its owners, purchasing the majority stake in the business. He had this to say about his decision. While every other tech titan is off chasing rockets, I'll corner the budget-friendly wireless sector. Like most people, I only use rockets 10 to 12 times a year, but I use my mobile service every day. That degree of business acumen, coupled by Ryan's trademark deadpan snark, is just a beautiful thing. Number 3, the Hugh Jackman feud. I'm putting enormous air quotes around the word feud here. These two guys are actually really good friends, but they take shots at each other at every opportunity, which is really what friends do, right? Right, Tim? It started way back in the filming of 2009's X-Men Origins Wolverine, with Hugh Jackman in the title role and Ryan Reynolds making his first appearance as Deadpool. It reached a special height in November 2020 when they partnered with Sam's Club to use their feud to promote the Laughing Man Foundation and the Sick Kids Foundation. Even when he's making fun of his friends, Ryan has a way to make it benefit other people. Number 2, awareness of men's health. It's no secret that men don't talk about their feelings, and they don't want to go to their doctor. And they definitely don't want to talk to their doctor about their feelings or their testicles. Although, I'm not sure which one is a more difficult topic for men. But in June of 2021, Ryan Reynolds said this in an interview with Entertainment Tonight. Part of it is that I have 3 daughters at home, and part of my job as a parent is to model behaviors and model what it's like to be sad, model what it's like to be anxious or angry. That there's space for all these things. The home that I grew up in wasn't modeled for me, really. And that's not to say that my parents were neglectful, but they come from a different generation. He went on to explain that in order to destigmatize things surrounding mental health, people first have to create conversation, saying, I know that when I felt at the absolute bottom, it's usually been because I felt like I've been alone in what I was feeling. So I think about when people talk about it, I don't necessarily dwell on it or lament it, but I think it's important to talk about it. When you talk about it, it kind of sets other people free. Additionally, and perhaps most uncomfortably for most men, we have a 2016 video that Ryan Reynolds released entitled, Gentlemen, Touch Yourselves Tonight. Using his platform as a celebrity and as a superhero, and his unique sense of humor to promote men's awareness of testicular health, even explaining how to perform a self-examination that may have saved more than a few lives. And number 1, the big enchilada, the thing I think people should love most about Ryan Reynolds, is Blake Lively. That sounds a little weird, but honestly, his relationship with Blake Lively and their parenting goals, they are spouse and parenting goals. I'm just going to say it. I think that Blake Lively is one of the most fortunate women alive. I have a wee bit of a celebrity crush on her husband, but who doesn't? Pretty sure her husband has a celebrity crush on her husband. But more than Ryan Reynolds just being physically attractive and normally hilarious, their interactions set a pretty high social media bar for the rest of us. My husband's favorite example of this, which he's been known to paraphrase with me on a regular basis over the last 3.5 years, is from an appearance on David Letterman. I would take a bullet for you. I could never love anything as much as I love you. I would say that to my wife. And the second I looked in my baby's eyes, I knew that in that exact moment, if we were ever under attack, I would use my wife as a human shield to protect that baby. If that's not peak fatherhood, I don't know what is. And guys, there are so many other examples on his Instagram and on his Twitter at Van City Reynolds. He's got a ton of parenting goals and parenting advice, and I might take up his advice on how to get my daughter to stop listening to Baby Shark. Just saying. All right, guys, those are my top 5 reasons that I think that Ryan Reynolds is America's favorite Canadian. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Bye.